Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we are going to take a look at the final of these new minifigures. We are finally at the end, which is a sad, sad day. But you can see that it is Daeyong the Yangchuanosaurus, and that's actually really cool because this is the second version, technically the third if you count the bookends that PNSO had released a while back. They did have a bookend bust of this dinosaur, then they released it in the 2-pack with the Yangchuanosaurus, which was awesome, and now you've got this, which also looks to be awesome. So you can kind of include this as a baby version of the other one if you would like as well, which is really, really cool. The image on the front looks fantastic, makes the figure look awesome, as we are all expecting it to be. It's definitely a different appearance as far as the overall box art compared to any of the others that we've seen. It has a very desert-like appearance to it, and a similar look up here on the top. It really looks beautiful. I love the PNSO boxes. They continuously release just fantastic looking boxes, not to mention the amazing figures. So let's go ahead, break this out of the box and take a look at it. So here is the booklet. We can see a very cool image there of the head of our Yangchuanosaurus right there. And if we open this up and we get this unraveled, which is kind of giving me some trouble right now for some reason, there we go. You can see the image again up there of the Yangchuanosaurus. You've got some information there of the species itself, some information on PNSO over there as always, and then a very cool illustration down here at the bottom of the figure we are about to take a look at. So let's go ahead, we'll fold this back up, get this out of the way, and bring in our Yangchuanosaurus right now. And here he is. And wow, does this thing look amazing. As far as a minifigure goes, this is just super beautiful looking. Really, really impressive. Considering its size, it straight away just looks incredibly striking and beautiful, but at the same time so highly detailed. It is really impressive just how good of a job PNSO does on these minifigures, pretty much making them look as beautiful as the much larger versions are. This is really fantastic looking at first glance, so let's go ahead and get a closer look at it. So starting up at the head sculpt, look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The eye is painted perfectly. There's a nice gloss to it, so it does shine in the light like the eye should. It really has a fantastic head sculpt everywhere you look. Look at the teeth. The teeth look great. Considering how small this is, that's absolutely insane how good of a job the sculpt is on the head. So much detail and beautiful sculpt all over, even the detail around the eye. That is so incredible looking. The nostrils look really nice. Let's take a look at this side. Also just absolutely fantastic. Those teeth are so incredibly impressive to me. They look so good. The head sculpt in general really, really looks nice. You can see lots of variations of color with lighter colors and then a little bit of a darker brown, almost like the orange brown you see back here, but a slightly different shade. And then you can see the dark brown up here on the top of the head. As you start to run down the neck, you can see these ridges pick up here on the top of the spine that do run along the entire animal. Nice skin wrinkling and skin folding here in the neck region as the dinosaur is turning its head to the left. So that's exactly what you would expect to find right there. Beautiful shoulder blade. Nice musculature. You can really see just how buff this Yangchuanosaurus really is right there. Nice muscle tone right there. It almost looks like he's flexing. Beautifully sculpted hands and nails. Nice wrinkling here of the skin in the stomach region as the arm's pushing into the stomach a little bit. You can really see the rib cage right there, which is incredible to see something that small being portrayed into such a small sculpt in general. Beautiful skin texture. Look at the very nice scoots along the top of the back here. Really beautiful, very thick looking scaling all over. The skin texture in the stomach looks great as well. You can see the skin stretching here with the leg pulling back also. Really, really fantastic. Every single spot that I look, and I love the paint application that they've chosen. The coloration of this is so very natural, but really, really flashy. I am just head over heels in love with the coloration of this figure. You can really pick up on the musculature here in the thigh and calf. Really nice striping that does run down the leg as well. Beautifully sculpted feet. They taper off to a brown if you look at this side, but if you look from the other side, it kind of has like a whitish coloration on the inside of the feet. They taper off to a brown right there. and they are kind of running along a nice earthy type of a base. There's nothing really amazing about the base, it just looks like it's the ground, but it does look really quite nice. It's nicely painted, lots of very beautiful detailing included throughout, rocks and stuff and everything, kind of giving me the feeling like it's on an open mountaintop somewhere where he's just kind of staring down over a ledge at what he could be eating in the very near future. Scoping out his prey, I guess you could say. Really nice skin folding and everything back here in the tail. And then we can look at the beautiful skin texture as we run out the length of the tail. It does have a very nice, very elegant looking curve. You can see a lot less as far as skin wrinkling goes right here on this side of the neck. As the skin is being pulled, it's stretching as the dinosaur is pulling his head to the left. So it really would be stretching the skin over here. A lot of movement really being shown right here in the shoulder area. Again, the hands and arms look great. You can really see the movement of the arm right there with the way the skin is reacting, and you can also see the skin bunching up here in the stomach region as the leg is pushing into the stomach. You can also see the rib cage on this side as well, and there are even variations of color. Like you can see a lighter kind of like this orangish brown that you see, but it gets darker up here at the top. So there's so many different color tones even in that. It really looks great. Nice striping down this leg as well. Really beautiful movement of the dinosaur portrayed. I love the positioning of the leg here on this side. The feet look great also over here. Nice skin wrinkling and everything here as the thigh leads into the tail. Really beautiful skin texture once again. The very large armored type of scaling up here on the top with the scoots. And then we run out the length of the tail with that really nice curve. It looks so beautiful. This is an awesome figure. And again, I don't know if this one's now my favorite or if I'm going to stick with the Untitled. But man, this is so beautiful. So as far as the size goes on our newer Yangchuanosaurus from PNSO, you're looking at about 4.5 inches or about 11.5 centimeters for a length. And the highest point's probably going to be the mid-back. You're looking at a little over 2 inches or a little over 5 centimeters. For a size comparison, there he is with all of his other friends from this wave of PNSO minifigures. And you should hopefully be able to get an idea of the size of this Yangchuanosaurus in comparison to these others. As we've looked at all the others so far, I think definitely the largest would be the Microraptor, followed by the Yangchuanosaurus, then the Gigantoraptor, then probably the Yangosaurus, then the Centaurosaurus, then the Mamenchisaurus would be the smallest, but as far as length, the Mamenchisaurus is probably the longest. However, they all look fantastic, and this is an incredible set. Honestly, I would recommend you all purchase every single one of these and just complete the set, because there isn't a single one that is even remotely bad. And for one last size comparison, you've got the Metallceratosaurus and the previous PNSO mini of Cryolophosaurus right there, next to our current Yangchuanosaurus. And you should be able to tell now that this is actually, as far as a minifigure goes, it's pretty big, because it's actually quite a bit bigger than both of these. So it is an impressively sized mini, but at the same time, it's definitely still a minifigure from PNSO, but a beautiful one at that. So as far as my favorite goes, I think I'm still going to say the Centaurosaurus, just because there's so little of those figures out there, but it is beautiful on top of just being an obscure species we don't get figures of. However, we really don't get figures of Yangchuanosaurus either, but at least we have had one previously from PNSO along with a bust, so it is awesome to get a much smaller, more affordable mini version of this if you weren't able to pick up the larger version with the Chunkingosaurus. This is just beautiful when it comes to the sculpt. It really just kind of gives me the feeling that maybe it's starting to run after something similar to what we actually saw with the other one. Maybe it's hunting down some prey or something along the side of it. It does definitely appear to be in mid-stride and has its arms open like it's hoping to grab a hold of something here in a second, even though those arms aren't really the biggest arms in the world. I don't know how much good they'd be for grabbing. However, it does still look really cool, gives it a very cool dynamic appearance as far as the pose goes. It definitely looks very striking as well, and what also helps to make it look super striking is the coloration that they've chosen. I think the paint application on this is top notch as far as a very striking color, and they've done a great job as far as including tones of that color throughout, because certain areas look a little darker, certain areas look a little lighter, and it in general looks fantastic and blends so well with that lighter coloration on the underneath. Everything about this is great. I really love this minifigure, along with all of the others, honestly. They have all been just beautiful, and that is exactly what you see here with this Yangchuanosaurus as well. So if you do want to pick up this PNSO mini Yangchuanosaurus, I will include a link for you to buy it from the Amazon PNSO store. So make sure you go down, check the description, head on over there, pick up this unbelievable Yangchuanosaurus from PNSO. But before you do that, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.